الرحيم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد صلاة ترضيك وترضيه وترضى بها عنا في جمعنا هذا في ساعتنا هذه بما رضيت بها عبادك الصالحين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. الحمد لله with Allah's barakah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah we continue this evening the teaching in the book of Sayyidina Mawlana Imam Al-Rabbani Muhyiddin Abdul-Qadir Al-Jailani Qaddas Allah Sirruhu Al-Aziz. Sublime revelation Al-Fath ar-Rabbani. May Allah grant us the barakah of His ilm and knowledge and sincerity, and inshallah guide us as He subhanahu wa ta'ala guided him, bring us close to Him as He has brought him close to Him. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Inshallah we'll continue reading this portion within the 51st discourse, inshallah.
Woe unto you! This world in the hand is permissible, in the pocket it is permissible. To store it up for some practical purpose with a righteous intention is permissible. In the heart, however, it is not permissible. For it to stand waiting at the door is permissible, but for it to enter into what lies behind the door, no, and you deserve no respect if you permit it to pass that point. When this servant becomes extinct to himself and to all creatures, he becomes as if non-existent, obliterated. His inner does not undergo change with the advent of misfortunes. He is brought into existence on the advent of the commandment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he carries it out, and on the advent of his prohibition, so he observes it. He desires nothing and has no greedy craving for anything. Creative power comes to his heart. The transformation of substances is committed to his care. Where do you stand in relation to such servants, or traitors in knowledge and practice, or enemies of Allah and His Messenger, or robbers of the servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You are involved in manifest wrongdoing and manifest hypocrisy. How much longer will this hypocrisy go on? O scholars, O pious abstainers, how long will you practice your hypocrisy on the kings and rulers in order to get from them the vanities of this world, its lusts and pleasures? You and most of the kings of this age are treacherous abusers of the property of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and of His servants. O Allah, shatter the power of the hypocrites and chastise them, or relent toward them and crush the tyrants and cleanse the earth of them, or set them straight. Ameen. The Sheikh, may Allah be well pleased with him, then went on to say, O kings, O royal slaves, O tyrants, and O just and honorable ones, O hypocrites and O sincere ones, this world lasts up to a set term, while the hereafter lasts to all eternity. You must separate from all apart from the Lord of truth subhanahu wa ta'ala through your striving and your abstinence. You must cleanse your heart of all but your Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala. You must be careful not to let anything ensnare you, not to let anything trap you, not to let anything hold you back from your Master subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when your allotted shares come to you, receive them with the hand of obedience to the commandment, with the hand of compliance, with an attitude of abstinence from them, not with the hand of preference and fondness for them. When abstinence is practiced continuously, it has an effect on the body. So it gives rise to a sadness in the heart and to a leanness in the physique. Then when this sadness and leanness are realized, relief comes from the Lord of Truth subhanahu wa ta'ala, with joy in Him and knowledge of Him, so that sorrow and care disappear. The believer keeps his heart detached from creatures and from family, property and children, while he is attending to their needs. His heart is always on the lookout for the arrival of the king's messenger. He has reached the gate of the city and has said goodbye to his family even while still sitting in their midst. The believer is always taking his leave. He is among creatures, yet he has said goodbye to them. His seeding is with the creation, but his fruition is with the Creator. When the affirmation of unity becomes established in the heart, action becomes correct where the outer is concerned. Because there is no difference between your outer and your inner. It is all the same to you, whether you be rich or poor, whether people come or go, and whether they give you blame or praise. How can you fail to spit them both when you have no space in which to digest them, since your heart is filled with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with remembrance of Him and longing for Him? For at this stage, their protection belongs only to Allah, the True.
The Sheikh wants us to understand something. These sayings, what he said at the beginning, in other places in the Afeefuddin ar-Rabbani also he did say, in one of the supplication, say Allah keep the dunya in our hands, not in our hearts. In our hands, not in our hearts. One of the signs of that your heart is sick when you love dunya, when you fight for it, when you use any way to get it. Haram, halal, doesn't matter. And especially when people give fatwas to themselves that this is okay, no problem. It's okay, Al-Fath ar-Rabbani. We have these qualities of people, by the way. Someone, why you doesn't care about committing sin or sins, but in your office you're worried about committing sins and making any mistake. You know what the answer? Say Allah Ghafur Rahim, but the human not Ghafur Rahim. Allah is the most forgiving, merciful, but the human they are not. So you have to be very worried about who made them feel like that? Al-Shaytan. Why not you work with Al-Ghafur Rahim subhanahu wa ta'ala in a proper way, and He'll protect you from the evil of human beings. See? That's supposed to be the proper way. People will do many things to get wealth. Sayyidina Sheikh said, permissible to get the dunya in your hand, in your pocket, give to others, with good intention. Not that mean I get money, the dunya in my hand or what, that okay. No, it had to be good intention. I got money and I go for gamble. Not in my heart, the dunya not my heart. Because the one who said, see, not in my heart, I spend the money immediately. This is, I don't know how the people think. First of all, you are Allah's servant. What does the mean of Allah's servant? Abdullah, slave. You have to work according to His instruction. Against that, you are a sinner. A sinner what? Judgment waiting for you. What is there? Jannah or Jahannam? May Allah protect us from Jahannam. But he said, Sheikh, for the dunya to touch your heart, this is the biggest sin ever you can imagine. Because heart is weak, soft, place of feelings. Feelings almost always soft. Feelings. Mind thinking, heart. See, I have to think of hard decisions. Not I to feel of hard decisions. No. But when the servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he work with according to that, he won't allow the doors to be broken and the thief enter to his house, which is the heart. He is protected here and later. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him the best, more than he can imagine. Don't think the dunya belongs to anybody. Because that anybody or that someone, his power is limited. In his office, in his organization, in his ministry, in his kingdom, in his country, but not everywhere. If country go against another country, we call it zalim. So if you cross a border to disturb other people, if you disturb your neighbor, you are zalim. So this is zulm. You are allowed to work with according to your constituency, according to your place, not outside that. No matter how, Allah give example of Zalimeen. Fir'aun, when they told him about Sayyidina Musa and his people, straight away he think about his power and their power. Who are they? How many of them? See, how many of them? What they have? What type of, where they stay? What range they carry? So when they said, no, there are about few of them, not much. Dozens of them, and they have no family. So he thinking about them and thinking about his power. So he said, وَإِنَّا فَوْقَهُمْ لَقَاهِرُونَ. We are more powerful than them. Who are they? We will show them. True enough, followed Sayyidina Musa and his people to the sea. Sea opened for Sayyidina Musa and people to cross, but not for Fir'aun. Now who the one give power to the sea to open like that? Allah. Fir'aun, when he cross, he has no power to say to the sea, continue. No. When he entered, that's not for him, so he's gone. He and his people. For the sake of these few people. In the meantime, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show the real power and real kingdom of someone else who is prophet and the prophet of Allah, Sayyidina Sulaiman. King, but his kingdom is amazing. رَبِّ هَبْ لِي مُلْكًا لَا يَنْبَغِي لِأَحَدٍ مِنْ بَعْدِي. Allah, give me from you a kingdom that no one can get the same. Lions, beasts, monsters, wind, animals, he talked with them, he under his shayateen wal jinn, under his service. See? Khadim for him. But he is what? وَإِنَّهُ مِن سُلَيْمَانَ وَإِنَّهُ بِسْمِ اللَّهِ الرَّحْمَنِ الرَّحِيمِ. When he wrote the letter to Balqis, that's what he said. It's from Sulaiman. Why he said, he didn't say King Sulaiman. But he knows our king. Because what's next he said, وَإِنَّهُ بِسْمِ اللَّهِ الرَّحْمَنِ الرَّحِيمِ. He cannot say about himself king, and the next, in the name of Allah, I'm Allah's servant. I cannot say I'm a king when I mention Allah's name. إِنَّهُ مِن سُلَيْمَانَ. That's who? Sulaiman, who is he? He's a servant of Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Of course, you know, the power of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is really great. The great scholars give ijazat for Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. How many number of time and what is the power of it. Because we will find it in every, how many number of time we read it, recite it in day and night. Al-Fatiha, Al-Fatiha, Al-Fatiha. Fatiha, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Fatiha. One verse of it, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Verse number 1, Al-Fatiha is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Second, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. That's why Imam Shafi'i said, read Al-Fatiha, you have to say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim because it's part of Al-Fatiha. That is one of the argument of Sayyidina Imam Shafi'i. We recite Al-Fatiha in Salat. Because when he opened the Mus'haf, Al-Fatiha, verse number 1, ayah number 1, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now, so Al-Ulama, another ulama said, if you recite Bismillah, keep repeating 21 times a day. 21 times a day, you will be protected from fire, robberies, sinking, shaitan, and from sudden death. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. If you're able to do that after subuh or after zuhur, anyone, anytime within day and night. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Bismillah ar-Rahman, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You are protected. Because King Sulaiman himself said, وَإِنَّهُ Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. See how powerful is that word? This sentence. Was Allah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It has 4 things. First of all, in the name of. My power comes from what is next? In the name of Allah. Second. Third, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. So when you say my power, when you see somebody, you say he's very powerful, but who doesn't know who's behind him. But you know he's powerful, because you can see he's powerful. But who's behind him, he doesn't know. So when you say Bism, now there's a power for you. But who's behind it? Allah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So if you recite Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim 21 times or 19 times, my ulama said, you will get the barakah of it. And Imam Ali bin Hassan al-Attas rahimahullah said, if you recite Al-Fatiha, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim for 40 days, daily 19 times, after subuh, before sunrise, you'll get the secret of it. It's a minimum 40 days, but that might not mean 40 days are finished. It has to be continued. There's no zikr for you to recite for a period of time and that's it. And you shouldn't ask also for zikr if you are unable to do so. I notice many people say, give me ijazah and this, give me, I want to increase, I want to... No such things. Like medicine. You can't say to the Sheikh, am I suitable to get another wirid? Am I ready now for it? If you get it, but don't force. Sayyidina Rasulullah said to Hadith Sahaba, you are min Ahlul Jannah. You will be accompanied with me in Jannah. Akasha, radiallahu anhu. Other Sahabi said, Ya Rasulullah, I asked, keep repeating, keep requesting. He said, Ya Rasulullah, I want to accompany you in Jannah. He said, yes, but I want you to more sujood, more salat, prayers. So he asked for it, now you have to, okay, show me, I want more tahajjud. Can you do it? So the zikr also, is not like something which we just take ijaza and that's it. No, you have to continue. Istiqamah. Therefore the Salihin, they never sleep. You don't ever sleep because they have zikr, wirid. And they enjoy it. Yani I have seen people, Salihin, very pious people, they sleep maybe 1 a.m. and they wake up by 3. Day and night, the day very busy and night very busy. They sleep 2 hours, but the minute they wake up looks like very fresh. Looks like they slept for 10-15 hours. Ourselves, our children, when we wake up in the morning or in a Sunday, weekend, after Zuhr, just before Asr, can I sleep a little more? When we used to say to one Al-Salihin before, take a rest, sleep. He said, we will sleep long time in our graves, so no issue. Let me enjoy being awake now. No one can get the barakah of these things, of feeling the blessings of being with Allah, close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, unless Allah gave him that. When you try to be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, purify your hearts, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept you. And when He accepts you, He will give you facilities. When you give it the facilities, you will enjoy that. You'll be blessed. If you ever met King, President, Prime Minister, and you were happy to sit with him, then he said, you ask him before you leave, when can I meet you? When can I meet you again? He said, come every day, 10 o'clock. Sure, yeah, I give the permission. Well, sure, you will go 10 o'clock. And not 10 o'clock, you'll be earlier than 10, for sure. But you enjoy it. Now, who gave you that? Facilities, and allowance. Who allowed you? The king himself, the president, the prime minister, the VVIP. Now, when Ahlul Tahajjud, they are the one who Allah called them. وَبِالْأَسْحَارِ هُمْ يَسْتَغْفِرُونَ. They enjoy that time before Subuh. No one who said, I cannot wake up for Subuh, or I feel sleepy or tired, put yourself aside, please. Don't stick it on, I'm tired, I feel sleepy. Because you didn't do anything to be chosen by Allah. Al-Salihin said, be obedient to Him in the day, and He will open the doors for you to be close to Him. He will open the door for you to be close to Him at the night. Be obedient to Him in the day, and you will see yourself with Him at the night. Don't commit a sin in the day and you want to be with Him at night. He won't allow you. You see that in an airport, the security check, they have to leave all metals out. If there is any small metal, the sun will come. They have to check again. If you are a sinner at daytime, when you go to the school of night tahajjud, there's also security check. If you commit a sin at the daytime, not expect for you to pass. So you have to get rid of it. I have seen people, if I do not talk about someone who we imagine now, someone we have seen. One Hajji before in Baghdad, Hajj al-Ghafur. Recently in Baghdad, I was looking around in a cemetery and I found his grave, subhanAllah. They wrote on his the tombstone, brief of his life. He came from Hyderabad, India, when he was very young, 17 years. And he passed away 90-something. Spent all his life in Baghdad. Very pious person. People come to him, dua, but he's not sure of. And he won't do something because of. And anyone can come to see him. You can find simple people, VVIP Treatment, others here. Small room. No. So he never sleep at night. The first time I see someone wearing khuf, leather khuf, khuf. You know khuf? Yeah, khuf, the one for Brother Afeefuddin wear it. We wear it in winter. Summer a bit profuse. So he used to, first time I've seen wearing khuf himself. He said, why are your socks made of leather? He said, this is khuf. What is khuf? And he explained to me. I was very young. I remember once I was giving khutbah somewhere. I was wearing khuf. But many army people there. In Baghdad, So the khuf color is brown, not black. So one of them said, hey, the Sheikh forgot to wear shoes in the minbar. Because the brown, the shoes. So this marhum was, subhanAllah, never sleep. He sleep, the whole night he never sleep. He sleep after Sunnatul Ishraq. Sunrise, 20 minutes. That's how we pray Salatul Eid. 20 minutes. Pray Salatul Ishraq. 2, 4, 8 rak'ah. Then he sleep. Then he wake up for duha and that's it. 3-4 hours maximum. 20 for Allah and 4 for sleeping. If they have been given the opportunity to say what you like, they say, Ya Allah, we don't want to wait this 4 hours. We want to be awake also, to be with you. Because when they are doing anything, like drinking tea, talking the phone, working in the office, they are still with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why he is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Because whenever he won't he will make sure that he won't do anything wrong. Why? Because Allah watching. So he is Allah with him. Al-Ihsan. And make sure that you know that Allah with you all the time. Inna Allah. What is the dua? Inna Allah. Yani Sayyidina Rasulullah, when he said Sayyidina Abu Bakr, Ya Abu Bakr, what? Allah is with us all the time. So why wait? Not now he is with us. Inna Allah, he is already with us. From beginning. We try to customize the things in our life to make it feel, or to make it. People ask questions about certain things. And they just want us to say it's permissible. So put it in the head of alim. In Arab they said, put it in the head of alim, utla minha salim. And you will be protected. Let the alim face the Jannah. Imam Malik, radiallahu anhu, Sayyidina Imam Malik, a man came to him. I mentioned this before, I'm not mistaken. With 40 questions, 40 mas'ala. So Sayyidina Imam Malik answered only 4. Left 36, no answer. 36, no answer. And he said, I don't know. I don't know. He didn't say, I'm not sure. He can say, I'm not sure. He said, I don't know this one. So the person said, Imam Malik, you are Imam Malik, Imam Ahlul Madinah, Imam Darul Hijrah, you are the great Imam. And he doesn't know. What am I going to say to my people who sent me to you? Said, write your camel, go back to your people and say to them, Imam Malik doesn't know. Simple. For me to say I doesn't know, should tell the truth, better than giving wrong answers. And Allah will punish me. Once they were of this commercial alims, if I may say. Because he go there, give something again. So they want him to go somewhere, but he has programs that way, so 2 places. So you don't want to waste both. What to do, he sent his son. So you go there, whenever they ask you any question, say, or any question, say, there are 2 answers. Both. There are 2 options, in fact. Yes and no. في المسألة قولان. So you will get, say, now let me test you. Is there any doubt in Allah? He said, there are 2 sayings here. He said, Billahi Sheikh, is there any doubt that Allah exists or not? He said, there are 2 sayings. Yes or no? La hawla wa la quwwata. The first question he felt that this big village got. I have seen, ya akhi, nowadays, no. People, thousands of people going to someone who is not useless, lower than useless. Shuf, I don't know what they call it. I don't know. Touching the people, they got electric shock like this. Oh, I don't know what. I said this one, those days can work in Iraq when we have no electricity as a generator. This is the teaching of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He used to teach like that. As-Sahaba behave in this way. And people come to him and, Ya akhi, they are creative in cheating people. Creative. Khiyanat, I see in the Sheikh here. Just now he said this khiyana, betrayal. He wear like alim, but inside him, zalim. He wear like sheep, but inside the sheep skin, wolf. Maybe I did unjust to say wolf. Wolf is better. I don't know what you fox, something mixed. We have this quality. And they record video. I don't know, the answer, the question also. People answer the answer and I don't know why. New fiqh, new madhab of. Sometimes I accuse the people to go to such people, such what so-called zalim like that. But in the meantime, with the existence of, because jahl also, the environment of jahl. When you go outside that, ta'assub, fanatic, it's all something which is unallowed totally. Because it's jahl. Sayyidina Rasulullah Sadiq al-Amin came with mahabba, with love, with open heart, and people receive him in such way. Till now, until the end of the day, his message will be accepted by people. Because the beginning was so great, and the end will be so great. Imam Ibn Ata'illah Secondary said, "Man sahhat bidayatum ashrafat nihayatum." Whoever his beginning was correct, his end will be excellent. Iqra. What was the message first? Iqra. In the name of whom? Bismi Rabbik. In the name of Allah. That was the beginning of the message. Iqra. Read in the name of Allah. So when you read and ilm, you pass the ilm to the people in the name of Allah, of course, you will succeed. Tawfiq, time. That's one. Another thing. Talking about maqamat, levels of. Of course, there is al-mu'mineen, al-sadiqeen, al-muttaqeen, al-muhsineen, al-munibeen, al-khashi'een. Allah name. But the beginning of all, the guide to all, is how you connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. First connection with Him is your prayers. 5-time prayers. There is no such thing that someone who doesn't pray 5 times and he's close to Allah. He's close to shaitan. Is there anyone have any saying against that? Is there anyone saying no, but people might not pray, but they are still close to Allah? Who is the one who, with his permission, with his knowledge, made Islam in 5 rukun? La ilaha illallah. Second to it, what? Salat. Who's the one who said Aqimus Salat? Who's the one who prayed? And who are those people who used to pray? Al-Anbiya al-Mursalin, Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No one can say, I have reached the level. Yeah, of course, if you reach the level of the shaitan, you will be like that. Because Allah mentioned about the shayateen. Who are they? Al-Shayateen, Ta'azzum, they are. Allah described. Well, maybe one day we'll explain about who is the followers of shayateen. Without that, a shaitan, you think he will come with this TV, red color, very ugly? No. He'll come with nice looking, very pious. Allah, he'll come like that. White color, jubba, like those people, shuf, come like this. Yeah. And of course you say, Allah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he will say that. But the teaching is not correct. In Badr, who came to the non-believers in a shape of a person, Arabi, shaitan. Shaitan came. They see him looking nice, beard. They asked him to join the meeting. And they were talking about what to do. So what before he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, leave Hijrah, they came with the decision that we'll get one young chap from each tribe. They got together and they go and kill Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in one time. So his tribe, Rasulullah's tribe, Bani Hashim, can't say anything because they'll be weak against all of these. Shaitan said, this is the best. I approve for you. Uncle, look at it. Later disappear. Where is that man? And many other situations happened in Badr also. Shaitan came with holding their hands. I'm supporting you. When the angels came, he ran away. So we have these problems, brothers and sisters, nowadays in the teaching. Group of people here, group of people there. They come with funny things. Funny. I don't know from where they bring all of these things. I know for sure from shaitan, these things. From where then? لا حول ولا قوة الله يعجيب. شياطين. What is one of the signs, this sign of Yawm al-Sa'a, Yawm al-Qiyamah, condition. Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, narrated hadith by Imam Bukhari, أن يظهر الجهل ويقل العلم. When the jahl will appear, will be everywhere, and the ilm will be less. Less. And that's how the things. Where is the ilm? Where is the knowledge? لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. So brothers and sisters, we are in a time existing, very difficult time we are facing, because the machine and the knowledge we created might go against us. Technology in hands need very smart people to operate it. But when the smart people become less, this smart one will go against us. Knowledge, ilm-ud-din, exactly also the same. When there is good people, sincere people, we are protected. But when this others comes, la hawla wa la quwwata, may Allah keep us protected for dunya wal. That's why Sayyidina Sheikh always talk about sincerity. And I want just one last thing to say about it. In this life, if you want to be safe from any fitna, and you won't get any trouble or musibah, don't involve yourself with something which is unnecessary. Nothing to do with it. Because sometimes we involve ourselves in unwanted things. Talk about things unwanted, things that not belongs to us. That's wasting of time. If you really want to do something in that time, say Astaghfirullah al-Azim, say Bismillah, say La hawla wa la quwwah. Do something good, please Allah. It was said, let me give you a short story, the meaning of it. Someone wants to marry a girl. So he went to ask how good the girl is and the family. Is it from good family? So he went to ask some people. They say, no, they are not good. God also not that very. He was shocked. Disappointment. Going back home, he saw an old man, pious man. He saw him, he said, son, why you are down like that, stressful? He said, he told him the story. To get married, and they said, she's not good, and now I'm... He said, it's okay, son. I'm so and so. So and so. Yeah. I will give you my daughter for marriage. But I want you to ask about my daughter also. He went to ask about the daughter of that sheikh. They said, same thing, no, not good. And he said to him, come to my house now. He came to the house, introduced him to his wife. This is my wife. We have no children since we married. I don't have daughter, I have son, no son. But the people still say my daughter is not good. How come? See, we have this. If they talk about someone he has no children, can you about someone who has children? No. Funny. Similar situation happening in our life. Similar. Talking about nonsense. إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَرِهَ لَكُمْ قِيلَ وَقَالَ. Sayyidina Rasulullah Hadith says, Allah doesn't like for you to engage in they said or we said. It was said or not involved in this at all. Don't involve. Once someone was talking to Tabi'i, talking with Al-Hasan al-Basri about one Sahabi. Was like criticizing the Sahabi. He said to him, have you fought in Badr? No. Uhud? No. In Khandaq? No. So if you never engage in this, what is the thing make you better than him? He was Ahl Badr, he was Ahl. Who are you to talk about him? Do you have any value? That's when the people sometimes talk about someone who's, of course, if someone very low, no one will talk about him. He's gone, he's shaitan. But they want to smash the image of good people. Someone went to scholar, alims, majlis, ahad al-ulama, and he was teaching Sahih Bukhari, Riyadh Salihin, these books. And he saw him teaching to the kids, children. He said, what are you doing? You're teaching these books now. Types of water, Rukun al-Salat, how much to pay this? Why is this? People have reached to the moon. Moon. And you still talk about الماء الطاهر والمطهر والطاهر لغيره وكذا. Bukhari said, we have these people nowadays, group of people talking. But the answer, listen to the wisdom, wise answer by the scholar. The alim who was just listening to him after finish, he said to him, brother, if a man, a person, man, she or he or they, reach to the moon, that means creature have reached to another creature. Moon is Allah's creature or not? Shams wal Qamar. Yeah. So creature have reached to another creature. We, through these books, we want to reach to the Creator. We want to reach to, and you, Fulan, you are unable to reach to the moon, to the creature, and you want to reach to the Creator. You have lost both. Can you reach to the moon? No. Now you are not able to reach to the Creator, you have lost both, dunya and akhirah. You want to reach to the moon, okay, the moon is there. See? Go. Bismillah. Go to the perhaps airline, see, trip to the moon, how much business class you can you know, they were saying about reaching to the moon at that time. Yuri Gagarin, you remember? Yeah. And Armstrong. These people, American, huh? Yeah. So the people were at that time, everyone talk about moon and, the first man and, so the people were coming out of the masjid in Fallujah, in Iraq. And they were talking about the moon and space, this thing, what do you call it? The vehicle, this one? Capsule. Space, huh? Space shuttle. That reminds me of shuttle bus are coming. So, the moon was in the middle of the month. 15. Full moon. So they were, this young chap coming out, they say, oh, the moon. So then old man, very old man, listening to them. So he came to them. Salam alaikum. What did you say just now? He said, talk about the moon and space. You really lost your mind, I think. La hawla wa la quwwata. You're crazy. They said, why? They looked to the moon. How big is the moon? Tray. Tea tray. Slightly bigger. How space can How big is the spirit? This year, like this. See, Allah give you brain to think, huh? But this guy, he's no worry about thinking of how to go and how to come. He's busy with the masjid. Go in Salah, Allahu Akbar, khalas. And there are people who explain the knowledge and we receive it. Yeah. So actually, never involve ourselves in unwanted things that it's nothing to do. This Allah may Allah protect us. May Allah keep us safe from the jahl of ilm, the jahl of thinking, the jahl of belief, to be always led path of true guidance. May Allah grant us tawfiq wal hidayah al barakah fi dunya wal akhirah. May Allah show us the path of truly guided people who want to follow this deen, inshaAllah. May protect us. And may, through the teachings of rightly guided people, inshallah, he bring us close to him. Allahumma اغفر لنا وارحمنا وارض عنا وبارك لنا وبارك علينا في أحوالنا وأخواننا في أمورنا الدينية والدنيوية في أزواجنا وذرياتنا. اللهم اجعلنا من عبادك الصالحين هداة المهتدين لا ضالين ولا مضلين والتحليل فتوح العارفين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة في الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا بفضلك الجنة دار القرار. يا عزيز يا غفار يا رحمن الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم ارحمنا وارحم والدينا وجميع الحاضرين والديهم والحاضرات، أزواجنا وأزواجهم ذرياتهم والمسلمين والمسلمات المؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات، إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات وغافر الذنوب والخطيئات. واغفر اللهم لنا ولمشايخنا ومشايخ مشايخنا المعلمين والحوقم علينا، خاصة خصوصا إلى سيدنا مولانا سلطان الأولياء الطبيب نوراني أبي محمد بن محي الدين عبد القادر الجيلاني قدس الله سره العزيز، ونفعنا بركات علومه وأنفاسه وتوجهاته وجميع مشايخنا ومشايخ الجماعة الحاضرين والحاضرات والمسلمين الولاد على هذه النية بسر الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصراط المستقيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على الحمد لله رب العالمين. جزاكم الله خير and see you again soon inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.